This may be a rather strange topic for you on my channel, but I think maybe because it's related to personal branding, I just want to share this with you. I'm sure you know WWE wrestling, and most of you say it's fake and it's just scripted. Fine, all that is agreed. I'm not going to jump into, oh, it's fake and fake blood and they cut themselves and they have a act. All that is fine. Okay. But yes, these are athletes because the way they run and jump and all that, it's not easy. And imagine a 30, 40-year-old or 50-year-old doing somersaults, splits and jumps from such a height every single day. It can destroy your body. Try at your age. Try jumping every single time. Try skipping. You'll not be able to do it. So let's forget that. That's not what I want to talk to you about. But rather, why I'm fascinated with these guys is they put a lot of effort to create a brand. Like for example, if I say today's wrestlers, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins. Maybe if you do not know these latest names, you would know Hulk Hogan, you would know Ultimate Warrior, you know Bret the Hitman Hart, The Undertaker. Okay. Now, you know, for each of these characters, they have to come up with a name. They have to come up with a storyline, where they came from. They have to come up with the dress. They have to come up with the music that matches them. They have to come up with a move. Every wrestler has different moves. They have to come out with a character. Like some of them act like Doink the Clown. Some act like The Rock, who's cool. Some act like, you know, Hitman Bret Hart, the excellence in execution. Then The Undertaker is like the dead man, slow. Ultimate Warrior is fast. So they put in a lot of effort. And every single day they constantly train. They eat smart. They have to nurse their injuries. They have to do the exercise. They have to have media appearances. They have to travel. Travel itself is bloody stressful, man. People don't think about all this. And then you have to stay in character. That's the hardest part. You can't be yourself. So now, what is it that I want to highlight in this video? We all know all this. You know, in as much as what a difficult career path this is. The sad thing is today this industry itself is dying. And if it's not dying, it's no longer what it used to be. You remember the Stone Cold era days. If you are a WWE fan, you'd remember the Stone Cold era days, the Attitude era. You had Stone Cold bashing up Vince McMahon as the evil boss. You had The Undertaker. Oh, remember the Limp Bizkit rolling the cane, and that was an era, man. But the reason why the era was so successful is because there were no smartphones that were busy recording what was going on. There was no internet where they would share these, you know, behind the scenes stories. They would know, you know, people, they would not reveal what is happening. We would all think it's very real. The magic was in the mystery. And that is what made it so momentous, you know. That is why those moments were created. But today what has happened is people have demystified it. They have video cameras that show, okay, a wrestler is coming out of the ring, or they show how a guy is able to jump. There's a trampoline, or you know, they zoom in when the wrestlers are fighting and you can see them whispering, okay, I'm going to do this move, that move. That magic is no longer there. And today obviously people know that this is just an act to entertain people. And the only reason people go there is just for nostalgia. The new generation that is coming, they're like wondering, what the hell is this? And they don't give a damn. It's only maybe children who watch it. Some people may watch just to see the, you know, happening in the ring. Most of them are because of old memories. That's why most of the stadiums are empty. Most of the shows are empty. People are losing interest, and given the fact that today there's too much of wrestling, too much, it's too easily accessible. Once upon a time, if you had to see wrestling, you could see it once a week or once in 2 weeks, or hardly. Some of them wouldn't even have a TV, you know, the television set. We didn't have the internet, YouTube. Today, you can download, you can see old episodes. There is so much of content. And then there is WWE, there is AEW, there is Impact Wrestling. Then there are regional shows. And yes, they diluted their product by, from one show a week, they had 2 shows a week, then they had 3 shows a week, then they had 2 organizations, and then they also had 1 show a week, 2 show a week, 3 show a week. Just imagine, 6 days a week you had 2 shows. Became too much. So with all this today, and yes, the rise of MMA, which is real fighting, real actual fighting, it has lost its magic. In fact, I think when CM Punk tried to come into MMA, he failed. So they realized, man, it's not that these guys are special athletes. Yes, they are athletes, but they're not like they can do everything. Brock Lesnar is a very rare individual. There's not everyone who can do this. Like Batista, who is, or you know, strong wrestler and bodybuilder, he tried MMA, but he stopped because he knew that it's too tough. Matt Riddle, who is a MMA fighter, transitioned to wrestling. Ronda Rousey, after she quit her career, she moved into wrestling. So why am I sharing this? The only reason is it's the end of an era. It's the end of an era for my generation that grew up watching this, where it was such a staple. It was like a staple diet, you know. We are watching all the stars one by one become old and go. We're watching the magic no longer being there. Today, when I watch WWE, I feel empty, man. The magic is no longer there. In fact, the only time I'll watch WWE is only if I want to see Royal Rumble, or even the WrestleMania events or these big events. I will just see the summary of what happened. My main maybe reason of watching WWE is I admire the creativity, I admire the effort that they put on an act, how they try to sell a show, how they, you know, give a promo, the amount of talent that you need, the amount of hard work that you need. You know, Rock reading from his hand and John Cena calling him out. It's because these are some of the realities. You know, you have a script, you have to read it, you have to be in character. And yes, the jumping and running and exercise and the traveling. I have nothing but respect and regard for these athletes and these performers. But it's a sad reality that, it's so sad that something as incredible as this, which was so magical once upon a time, Raw is War, SmackDown, WCW and ECW, is all vanishing one by one. It's like the generation is moved on. Time has gone, you know. And today it's no longer what it used to be. It's kind of sad when you think about it. Anyway, this is something I wanted to share with you guys. It's like the passing of the torch. Kind of reminds you the good old days, you know. Funny, you know, how life just passes us by, and before you know it, your time is up. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. It's the end of the era for WWE. It's the end of an era. Sad. It'll never be what it used to be, and the day Vince McMahon dies, no matter how much people hate him or whatever, It'll be the end of WWE. Finished. There'll never be another WWE. Never. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Andre the Giant, Bret the Hitman Hart, The Undertaker, Johnny Snuka, Ricky Steamboat, Owen Hart, Tatanka, Umaga, Kane, 1-2-3 Kid, Razor Ramon, Eric Bischoff, Sting, Diesel, Kevin Nash, Vader. How many characters we had? How many? Rowdy Piper. End of an era. Anyway, Junkyard Dog. What else? I miss anyone? Ric Flair. Anyway, you guys take care.